It's pretty cold here at Randwick. That looks beautiful there. Okay, let's look at the prices on the first leg of the double at Caulfield. These, remember, are Victorian TAB dividends, not prices anymore. Number 1 Campaign Warrior is showing at $7, just a tad shorter with bookmakers. Mr. Elegant is the other way. He's a little bit unders on the tote, showing $5. Mr. Untouchable at $13. Toll Bell at $21. Monsieur is a scratching. Laura's Express at $26. $7 for Ascetic Ruler. Silver Neon is a $6 chance, which is odds of 5 to 1. Peg's Gift at $17 or 16 to 1. Pitcairn Edition at $15. Star Lusk is at $13. Change of Fortune, that's what I need. $26 Change of Fortune. $41 for King Eros. Fancy Bird at $26. Sir Knight, $13 into about $12 now. And Fitron is a scratching, and tomorrow is getting out to just over $50. I don't think today will be the day for tomorrow. Okay, the horses are over behind the line for this first leg at Caulfield. We're just a minute or so ahead of time as we see them wandering around there. Campaign Warrior is a very interesting runner, originally trained in Sydney or out in the New South Wales country area, actually, out at Cowra, and is now with David Hayes in Adelaide. And there he is as I speak of him, white with purple stars and a white cap. I've had $1 or $2 on Campaign Warrior. He might just get back in the field a little bit here around Caulfield, but he'll sure be motoring to the line. It's a 1400 metre race, and that should just about suit him ideally. Last start, first up from a spell, he ran over 1200 metres at Flemington, and he bolted in. So I hope he can repeat that form now. Going in there into the number 1 gate is Mr. Elegant, racing in the all maroon colours of Barry Barnes, who trains at Cranbourne. Barry is the son of Mel Barnes, former top trainer, started many years ago with a horse called Dream King and has trained many top horses in the meantime. Barry was up here with his father for many years, but has made a good fist of it since going down to Sandown. Horses in number 2 barrier there was Change of Fortune in the red with the gold sash and the gold sleeves and a blue cap, trained by Robert Smurden out at Ballarat. Change of Fortune on the tote, as I told you, was showing at $26, but bookies have got him just a little bit shorter. And I've just heard down the line that he's come into about $20 now on the tote anyway. He's about 16 to 1 or thereabouts with bookies. Okay, most of them are in, just 1 or 2 to take their places, and we'll just be about ready for the first leg of the daily double at Caulfield. And the man who's going to call the action for us down at Caulfield is our old mate, the one and only John Russell. Here he is.
Mr. Elegant has the claim of 3 kilos for Sam Hyland. Should be prominent all the way from his inside barrier. And a winner of a Victoria handicap over this distance at this track. Sir Knight moving in, completes the line. And they're ready for action. Race 5 at Caulfield. Set for a start, 1400 metres. Light to go on. All ready. Stand well. Campaign Warrior makes a good line. Sir Knight. Silver Neon, Peg's Gift, winner of the Wongem handicap at Warrnambool. They're set. They're racing. And Mr. Elegant, the first to jump into stride from on the outside. Fancy Bird began well underway very quickly to head them off as Pitcairn Edition. And going away fast towards the outside is Tomorrow. And just in behind them is Sir Knight, being followed by Toll Bell and Stellask. A bit further back in the field, Laura's Express. 2 lengths away is Mr. Untouchable on the outside of Ascetic Ruler, followed by Change of Fortune. Further back, Campaign Warrior, followed by Peg's Gift and Silver Neon. And last of all, King Eros. On the railway side, they travel inside the final 1,000 metres, and the leader, Pitcairn Edition, by length Tomorrow. Length and a half then to Mr. Elegant over on the inside of Toll Bell, and just behind them then came Stellask. A length and a half Sir Knight on the outside of Fancy Bird, Laura's Express and Ascetic Ruler. 1 length away Mr. Untouchable. 2 further back is Change of Fortune, followed after a gap by Campaign Warrior being niggled out. Silver Neon's a long way back with Peg's Gift second last, and King Eros is last of all. Near the home turner, 450 metres left to go. Pitcairn Edition by length Tomorrow. Out very deep on the track is Laura's Express, and they're followed by Toll Bell and Mr. Elegant about to make his run as they straighten up with about 300 metres left to go. These 2 leaders have got clear. Pitcairn Edition being tackled by Tomorrow, and down the outside Mr. Elegant from Ascetic Ruler. Then Laura's Express, and very deep as Silver Neon. Tomorrow has taken the lead with 100 metres left to go from Pitcairn Edition. Ascetic Ruler starting to fly home. Tomorrow is the leader close close to home. Tomorrow's going to hang on, and Tomorrow just wins from Ascetic Ruler. I think Silver Neon may be just third ahead of Campaign Warrior, who finished on. Then Mr. Elegant, followed by Tail Bell, and back behind them Sir Knight, Pitcairn Edition, further back Mr. Untouchable from King Eros, Change of Fortune, Fancy Bird, Peg's Gift, Laura's Express, and the last to finish is Stellisk.
Well, me being a smarty, today was the right day for Tomorrow, and the bookies got the lot as young Andrew Finlay kept Tomorrow going over the last few metres. Just as he got to the lead here, he looked like he was going to go on and win clearly, but then Ascetic Ruler getting through in the middle there, absolutely steams to the line, and Tomorrow just feeling the pinch a little bit, was starting to fade, but he held on, and that's all that counts. And number 17 Tomorrow will get the prize from Ascetic Ruler, close for third, possibly in the centre. I think you'll find it's Silver Neon there in the red and green colours. Okay, that was the story of the first leg of the Darley Double at Caulfield. A break coming up, and then more exciting triathlon action on the wide world of sports.
$7 and $8 Tomorrow, $45.20 and $11.50. Thank you. Ascetic Ruler $2.70, and you got the third one there, I hope. In AFL 3 games this afternoon, Essendon playing Footscray. Progress scores for you, and Essendon and Footscray locked at 2 goals apiece. St Kilda playing Carlton, and it's the Saints 2 goals and just the one behind for Carlton. And Fitzroy and the West Coast a goal and a behind at this stage. It's been a
Absolutely wonderful conditions here. We'll take a breather and return to the triathlon very soon.
Oh, you're knocking yourself about, Max. Right now we're off to the races in Sydney. Here's Ken Callender.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kenny. It's Red Cross race day here at Randwick, and with me at the moment is Mr. Mark Cox, the coordinator of the Red Cross race day. Mark, welcome to Wide World of Sports.
Thanks, Ken.
What's the objectives of the race day?
Well, the two main objectives are to raise money for transplant education and to create awareness for organ donation in Australia.
And how do we make people aware of organ transplant besides putting a little tick on our driver's licence?
Well, that's one way. Also donor cards. You can sign donor cards. And the most important thing people can do in Australia is to discuss transplantation with their families and discuss whether they'd be willing to receive an organ if it ever came, if a situation ever arose that they would need a transplant. And a natural consequence of that is considering whether they would be prepared to give one.
So it's obviously a very trying time to go and ask a family when someone's been badly injured in an accident whether we can have, or whether you can have one of their organs, and so you want them to sort of notify the other members of their family earlier.
Very good point. It's a very traumatic time to think about donating an organ for a potential donor. It's much easier if the family has thought about it and discussed it prior to that. And it doesn't only have to be from the perspective of giving and thinking about organ donation themselves. It's from the perspective of receiving as well. There are 3,000 people waiting for a transplant in Australia, and 1,600 people on a kidney dialysis. We have a rather poor organ donation rate in Australia compared to other Western countries. And I think it's just a matter of society playing catch up with technology in a way. And I think the more that it's discussed, the more we are to alleviate the problem.
So we've just got to make people aware.
Absolutely.
Right, Martin, how's things going on the day?
Very well. I mean, the corporate response has been fantastic today. I think everyone's got a good feeling out here, and we'd really love to do this again. Everyone's been behind us. Channel 9 have been great, and 2KY, and sponsors have been terrific.
Okay, that's good, Mark. Well, thank you very much, and I hope, as you say, it's a success so far. I hope it continues to be.
Thank you.
Mr. Mark Cox. Okay, they're going into line for the first leg of the Daily Double in Sydney. Well, they're actually milling behind the barrier, so we've got a minute or two to go, and I'll give you these prices now. Spiritual Star, TAB number 1 has been scratched. Prince High is into $15 now, and I'm just trying to catch the board there. Zar Oak, which I had at $1.70, has eased to $1.90, which is more in line with the price of bookmakers in the main betting ring. So $1.90, that means if you invest $1 on Zar Oak and he wins, as I expect he might, although it's favouring leaders here a bit today and he's going to get back possibly, you'll get back $1.90 for every dollar you invest. Calligraphy is TAB number 4. Calligraphy is in now to $5.50. Diamond Storm number 5 is under that. I had him at $15. He's now down to $10. Number 6, Dan Gambin, is at the same price, $10. Number 7, Jovial Prince at $21. Number 8, Successful Bid, is at $51. Number 9, Bayou Star, out a point to $11. And Knowledge Box is out a little bit more now to $26. Zar Oak still at $1.90, and he'll be ridden by Michael Evans. He's trained by John Hawkes, but he's one of the few horses in the Hawkes stable that is not owned by Jack and Bob Ingham, the Chicken Kings. The horse in centre screen there at the moment, TAB number 10, alongside the clerk of the courses there in the red and white colour, is Knowledge Box. Knowledge Box is one of the roughies. He's paying at $26. That was Prince High that just went past. Over in the back left of your screen, just out of vision now, is the favourite, Zar Oak. I'm going to put my cash on Zar Oak. The man who's going to call the action for you is John Tapp. Here he is.
Thank you, Ken. Thanks very much. Yes, race 6 it is, the Band-Aid Handicap, a race under welter conditions of 2,000. They're about to move up. Spiritual Star's out, 9 to run. Diamond Storm is trained by former champion jockey Ron Quinton, who won a race earlier today with Amazing Rhythm. And it's been widely reported that Ron Quinton has one of the best strike rates amongst the Sydney trainers so far this season. He's a bloke who doesn't like to run them unless they'll be competitive, and they usually are. Now, Jovial Prince has come up into line with Successful Bid, Bayou Star, Knowledge Box. There's Diamond Storm going in for Craig Carmody. Dan Gambin has the inside gate, Knowledge Box in barrier 2. Zar Oak moves up wider out, and that leaves only Calligraphy. Now, Darren Beedman gets Calligraphy into the gates, and they look to be all set and ready for dispatch in the Band-Aid Handicap. And the starter, Bill Cooper, heading over to the rostrum now to release the field. One of the riders called out to the starter. Now they're set. Off and running, looked a pretty good start. And from the inside, Dan Gambin is first out, but is joined straight away by Prince High and Bayou Star, who's the early leader. Successful Bid settles in 4th spot. Diamond Storm 3 and 4 deep early, and Carmody will have to go forward. Further back, Jovial Prince, followed by Zar Oak and Knowledge Box, and dropping out last is Calligraphy, who wants to over-race a little bit in the early stages. Going over the crossing at the 1600 mark, and Bayou Star kicked away, carries the colours, carried to victory in Brisbane by Juggler a short time back. Opened up a lead of 4 lengths over Prince High. Dan Gambin's in 3rd place, joined by Diamond Storm on the outside. 2 lengths away, Successful Bid on the inside of Jovial Prince. By gee, they're going at a healthy old gallop. Further back is Zar Oak, and the last couple are Calligraphy and Knowledge Box as they head down the back, and about 15 lengths covers the field. Bayou Star is over racing, led by 2 to Prince High, 2.5 to Dan Gambin, 2 to Diamond Storm on the outside of Successful Bid, a length and a quarter to Jovial Prince, a length to Zar Oak, 2.5 Calligraphy, and 2 to Knowledge Box, who's last about 12 off the lead. Something's gone amiss with Diamond Storm. Diamond Storm has lost ground sharply. He's falling right back out of the race, and in fact he'll be pulled up here and will virtually take no further part. Over the crossing at the 800 mark, and the leader is Bayou Star by 2 to Prince High. Getting to 3rd now, Jovial Prince looming into the race, followed by Dan Gambin. Successful Bid, 2.5 to Zar Oak, and then Calligraphy, followed by Knowledge Box, and Diamond Storm has pulled up and will take no further part. To the turn now, and Bayou Star is being attacked by Prince High in the centre. Jovial Prince 3 deep, 2 lengths away. Dan Gambin tracking them into the straight, followed by Successful Bid. Calligraphy had to check to miss the heels of Successful Bid as they come over the rise, and now Zar Oak is starting to wind up. He's going to have the last run at them as they come to the 200. Prince High the leader. Zar Oak's about to burst through in the middle, and here comes the big fellow. Zar Oak has raced up now to grab the lead from Prince High. Running on strongly in 3rd place, Dan Gambin, but Zar Oak draws clear as they get near home. Dan Gambin and Prince High are battling on strongly, but it's all Zar Oak, and he races away to win easily. Zar Oak beat Dan Gambin. Prince High 3rd, a distant 4th Calligraphy, followed by Jovial Prince, and then Successful Bid. Knowledge Box, the early leader Bayou Star, knocked up to run last to the main pack. And Diamond Storm has been pulled up by jockey Craig Carmody at about the 700 metres mark and has obviously broken down, although it doesn't look all that serious.
Okay, that one like good things should, and it was beautifully ridden by Michael Evans. Zaro going past Dan Gambin and Prince High, and really from the turn home, well, there was no worries. The margin of the finish wasn't all that great, but it was his first run for 4 weeks, and with the fast speed on, I do think his run ended probably 80 or 90 metres out, but he still had enough up his sleeve to go on and win by a length and a half. God bless him. He's paid on the tote $1.90 the win and $1.20 the place. Second, number 6, Dan Gambin, will pay $2.50, and third, number 2, Prince High, will pay $3.10. They're official. There's the winner, Zaro. We'll take a break. The Doomben Cup coming up shortly on the Wide World of Sports.
Two, Zara Oak, $1.90 to $1.20. Dan Gambin, $2.50. Prince High, $3.10. 3 games in AFL on this afternoon. Progress scores for you. Essendon playing Footscray at half-time. There's a 14-point lead to the Bombers, 8-8 to 6-4. St Kilda playing Carlton. And at half-time there, it's the Saints very comfortably 6 goals, 8 to just 5 behinds from Carlton. And Fitzroy on the West Coast doing battle as well, and progress score there, the West Coast comfortably in front, 7 goals, 6 to Fitzroy's 2 goals, 1. Now, let's go from the sports desk out to Ramick and Kenny Callender. Ken.
Yeah, thanks very much, Bear. The Doomben Cup coming up. I'll just have time to run through the prices there. The $300,000 Doomben Cup at weight for age, Rough Habit is showing at $8. Air Seattle at $21. Oppressor at $34. Prataris Bay at $17. Voting at $21. Mapperley Star is a scratching. Balmaressa $41. Arborea at $11. Dane Win, that great 3-year-old, I hope he wins, is showing at $3 on the tote. Queensland TAB prices $3. Brave Warriors 7, Ivory's Irish $11, Taradu 15, Shaskay 21, Denisinga $17. Can Rough Habit win his 4th successive Doomben Cup? Here's Alan Thomas to call the action.
And ladies and gentlemen, they're set to run in the Group 1 Doomben Cup. Stand by for a start. A starting signal given. Taradu stands well. Belmaressa just marked time. Prataris Bay set with Denisinga. Lights are on. Off they go in the Cup. Air Seattle was slow to move at the start, and so was Taradu, and Damewin from the inside was the first to ping out, and Oppressor began quickly. Belmaressa taking up a prominent berth, and Denisinga's coming down the outside, and Brave Warrior is going to be 4 deep outside the lead at the line the first time, and Arborea just behind him. Out of the straight they go, and Damewin with the inside running joined and headed by Denisinga. Oppressor third, and Brave Warrior trapped out in a limb 4 wide, followed by Taradu. Arborea getting into 5th, one off the fence, and then came Shaskay on the outside of Air Seattle, then Voting in Prataris Bay, followed by Ivory's Irish, Belmaressa, and Rough Habit last of all as they go past the 1400, and Dane Win the leader. Dye's going to try and lead all the way. Brave Warrior at his girth on the outside, Denisinga third, a length and a half Oppressor on the inside of Arborea, a length away Taradu, a half to Shaskay, a bit more than a length to Air Seattle, and then Voting in the middle. Rough Habit's been allowed to stride up 3 deep, a length away Prataris Bay on the inside of Ivory's Irish, and Belmaressa last of all as they go past the 1,000 metres mark. The 2 3-year-olds in front, Dane Winner half the Brave Warrior, and there goes Rough Habit. Elliott's decided to go, and the pensioner Rough Habit went up to join Dane Winner, heading past the 800, and the pressure's on. Brave Warrior third from Denisinga, then Oppressor. Arborea might have the last run at these leaders. She's gone up outside Taradu, about 2.5 to Shaskay, then Air Seattle Voting, Prataris Bay, Ivory's Irish, and Belmaressa's tailed right off. On the bend, about 500 to run. Dane Win and Rough Habit come to the corner together. Brave Warrior 3 deep from Danasinger. Arbor Reyes perch right on their heels as they turn the corner, followed by Oppressor and Tarradu and Ivory's Irish. Into the straight, Dane Win and Rough Habit led together. Brave Warrior on the outside, and Arbor Reyes going to come and have the last rash at them. Danasinger going for the run on the fence, then Ivory's Irish. Dane Win in front, 100 to go. He's a link, Danasinger. Tarradu's getting out of the pack. Dane Win and Danasinger from Tarradu. Dane Win's just in front. Dies throwing everything at him. He's home in the cup, Dane Win. Dane Win went home to beat Danasinger and Tarradu from Arbor Reyes. Then Pratara's Bay, Ivory's Irish, Brave Warrior. They're followed by Shaskay, Rough Habit a long way back. Air Seattle followed by Oppressor. And then Voting and Belmaressa is last of all.
Yeah, a clean sweep for the 3-year-olds. Good on you, Shane Dye. Good on you, Dane Win. I think he's an absolute star. They took him on in the run, but he was still too strong. Responded brilliantly to Dye's riding to hold off Danasinger on the rails, Damien Oliver, and Tarradu joining in the green colours, Bruce Compton. They'll be the placings, 9, 14, 12, Dane Win, Danasinger, Tarradu, as we take a break and then come back with more exciting triathlon action, this time on the wide world of sport.
On 60
onto the run course. This is a cross-country run, some grass, some gravel, some concrete. You can see the guys grabbing water. Very important to keep cool, to hydrate as much as possible in these conditions. And we can see it's actually Simon Lessing making a move up onto Hamish Carter's shoulder already, really.
Of those super athletes and the triathlon shortly, but in the meantime we're going racing in Melbourne.
Here is Ken Callender.
Yeah, thanks very much, Kenny. Before I give you these Melbourne prices, I might mention that the chairman of the Australian Jockey Club, Mr. Bob Charlie, has just announced that Mr. Ray Murray, the chief steward in Queensland, has been appointed as the chief steward of the Australian Jockey Club to succeed Mr. John Streck. Congratulations to Ray Murray, and I'm sure he'll do a very, very good job. Here are the prices for the second leg in Melbourne. Number 1, Hero Wind is a scratching. Number 2, Top Walk is showing at $21. Daring Hombre, I've backed him, give him strength, I think he'll win. Put some of my Dane Win winnings on him. He's showing at $4. Fighter Bay is an $8 chance. Raw Rubiton, these are Victorian TAB dividends, I remind you, is at $7, a good chance. $8 for Brinkman's Image, $4 for Another Excuse, very well in the market. Draft Choice at $31. Manrebo is at $17. Then there's a few scratchings interspersed here. Harkaway is out. Prince of Paradise is an 11-to-1 chance, showing at $12. Michael Clark has the mount. Pugwall is out. Ma On Shan, tricky pronunciation. The Glamour Apprentice Brett Preble in the saddle is showing at odds of 6-to-1 or $7 even. Arvert Cheval is a scratching, and Blazing Aces is one of the roughies at $34. Okay, as we look down and take vision from Caulfield, they're just about all in. Let's go down to John Russell.
Light, set, hello, one through the barrier, Top Walk. Walked through the front of the stalls, no harm done, quickly reined in by the rider Peter Mertens. $4.40, number 3, Daring Hombre is now the tote favourite ahead of number 7. Another Excuse, $4.70. He's racing very well, Another Excuse. Royal Rubiton has yet to capture or recapture his 2-year-old form. Showed a lot of promise as a 2-year-old. Royal Rubiton. Now Top Walk back behind the stalls. Racing at Geelong on Tuesday, Flemington Wednesday, Maui on Thursday. And Top Work is back again, second from the outside. So once again they settle in the stalls for the second last at Caulfield. Ready and racing, and Manrebo jumped very well with Top Walk, and Maron Shan began well with Fighter Bay. Another Excuse is just in behind them. Royal Rubiton going forward, and Daring Hombre along the inside, getting into a handy position. Brinkman's Image a bit further back, followed by Prince of Paradise, and a long last already is Draft Choice. 800 metres left to go. Daring Hombre has taken the lead by nearly a length on Fighter Bay, a length away Manrebo, Royal Rubiton, then Maron Shan. Brinkman's Image over on the inside, being followed by Another Excuse. Very wide there is Top Walk as they go by the 600 a length. Further back is Prince of Paradise, followed by Blazing Aces, and Draft Choice is last of all. Rounding the home turn, Daring Ombre is the leader, being tackled quickly by Fighter Bay at the 400. They're out by a length and a half to Royal Rubiton. Then Man Rebo as they straighten up a good long gap. Another excuse, and back behind them is Top Walker. But Daring Ombre's got away coming to the 200. Fighter Bay is under the whip. Royal Rubiton battling on pretty well. Then Man Rebo. Daring Ombre is still in front with 100 metres left to go. Is going strongly over 2 lengths to Royal Rubiton. Fighter Bay and down the outside. Another excuse, but Daring Ombre too good. And Daring Ombre won by a length and a half to Royal Rubiton with Fighter Bay third. Then Brinkman's Image, another excuse, and back behind them is Man Rebo, Top Walk, followed by Prince of Paradise, Blazing Aces, Mar on Shen, and the last to finish is Draft Choice.
You Little Beauty, Daring Ombre, ridden by Vladimir Jurek. Kept going in front, never going to get beaten. Royal Rubiton in the pink fights on gamely in a hopeless task, and Fighter Bay in the white sleeves holds down third placing. The numbers are 3, 5 and 4, and good on you, young Jurek, and good on you, Daring Ombre, as we take a break before coming back for the second leg of the Daily Double at Randwick on the Wide World of Sports.
Yes, back to Fiji and the continuation of that triathlon in just a little while. Race dividends are through though for the previous at Caulfield, where the numbers were 3, 5 and 4. Daring Ombre, $4 even and $1.70. Royal Rubiton, $2.70, and Fighter Bay, $2.30. In AFL, 3 games on this afternoon. Progress scores for you. Essendon and Footscray. Essendon in front, 8 goals 10 to 6 goals 5. St Kilda playing Carlton. Saints in front by 40. Carlton still yet to kick a goal. 6 goals 9 to just 5 behinds. And Fitzroy playing the West Coast. And West Coast in front, 7 goals 6 to Fitzroy, 3 goals 1. In Rugby League, Bulldog fans are still scratching their heads after last night's loss to Parramatta. The Eels won by 6 points, with centre David Wood setting up 3 of their tries.
It's gone to ground. The Eels come up with it. Played by Robert Muchmore. They go off to the right with David Wood. He gets through the gap. He's over the 30-metre line. He fends away from another. Gives it back. And Howlett. He'll score. The Eels. Another try.
Australia's Mark Philippoussis has won his quarter-final in the Bologna Tennis Open in Italy. The youngster beat Morocco's Karim Alami in 3 sets. And we'll play another big name, Marcelo Rios, in the semis. And that's good news. Keep our fingers crossed for him. OK, out to Kenny Callan at Randwick. Ken?
Yeah, thanks very much, Bear. Philippoussis, that's a big name. A lot of letters in that. OK, enough of my jokes. Here's the second leg at Randwick. $26, one of the roughies, Red for Go. $26 for John Pilo. C Rhythm at $8.50. Clearly Chosen, I've had a couple of dollars on him, is in now as I speak. I knew he'd shorten, $6.50. Torpedo Kid is at $26, $100 for Major Decision, or a stayer resuming from a spell. Marwena, not a bad roughie in my opinion, $15. Osborne, $21. The favourite Rhapsodic, $3.90, the Darren Beedman mount. Sakulu at $17, almost out to $20 now. Wholehearted, TAB number 11, is at $10, out to $11. Centre Roll at $13. Then we go down to Revels, which has firmed a little bit now, down to $9. As I speak, almost down to $8.50. Top Comedian is a 40 to 1 chance. Just John is getting out from $30 to $40. Gone West showing at $34. Number 17, Great Resilience at $50, $51. And Knight's Treasure has out now from $60 to $80. They're the prices as the horses mingle behind the barrier. There's number 8, Osborne, in the blue and orange colours, followed along by my selection, number 4, Clearly Chosen, in the black and gold colours. He's gone in Clearly Chosen, and about half the field are in the barrier now as we join the best caller in the business, Johnny Tapp.
Thank you, Ken. Actually about 5 or 6 to move up now at Randwick, where the shadows are starting to lengthen. which you've got to expect at this time of year, but it's been a pretty pleasant day, although those down on ground level have probably been the recipients of a pretty biting breeze, but overall a pleasant sort of a day. Now we're just waiting for Marwina, and there's another one out there. I think it's Osborne. Yes, Marwina and Osborne. They look to be the two. Little Osborne can give trouble on occasions at the starting gates, but once he gets in and gets out, he scoots. He certainly picks them up and puts them down in no mean order. He's a very speedy little horse.